Sometimes, the smallest things we do, the things we barely notice, become the very reason we survive the darkest moments of our lives. This is the story of a girl who worked at a beef factory, a girl whose kindness saved her life. She wasn't famous. She wasn't rich. She didn't have thousands of followers or wear expensive clothes. She was just ordinary, quiet, simple, but faithful. Every morning, without fail, she arrived early at the factory gates. She always wore a faint smile, even when the day was cold or the work ahead was hard, and as she passed the security booth, she would pause, just for a moment, look the guard in the eye and say, "Good morning, sir." At the end of her shift, when everyone else rushed out, heads down, eager to go home, she always made time to wave and say, "Goodbye, see you tomorrow." She didn't think much of it. To her, it was just respect, courtesy, a habit. But to that, guard. Those words meant something, because not everyone said good morning. Not everyone noticed him, but she did. Now let me take you to the day it happened. It was late in the evening. She had just finished a long shift. The other workers had left. Only a few people remained. Before heading out, she decided to do one final check inside one of the industrial freezers, a massive walk-in cold room used to store meat. She stepped inside just for a moment. And then, the heavy steel door slammed shut. Locked. Sealed. No handle on the inside. No way out. She was trapped. And the temperature was dropping fast, below freezing. Her breath turned to mist. Her fingers stiffened. Her heart raced. She screamed. She banged on the door. She shouted until her voice cracked, but no one heard her. Most people had gone home. There were no security cameras inside, no alarms, no sensors, just her. The cold and silence. Minutes passed like hours. Her strength started to fail. Her thoughts grew blurry. Is this how it ends? Is this how I go, forgotten, in a freezer? But while she sat inside, her body giving in to the cold, someone was thinking about her. Back at the gate, the security guard looked at his clock. 5:45 p.m. Shift change should be over, but something felt wrong. He waited. People had passed by, but he never heard her say goodbye. She always said goodbye. Every day for years, without fail. Goodbye. See you tomorrow. But not today. That silence was loud, so he got up. He checked the staff list. He walked through the building, and then he opened the freezer. And there she was, curled up, barely conscious, her lips blue. He pulled her out, wrapped her in his coat, called the ambulance. She survived. Barely. Later, when she recovered, she asked the question, "How did you know I was there?" "That freezer. It's all the way in the back. There's no camera. No way to know." And the guard simply said, "You say hello to me every morning. You say goodbye every evening. Today you said good morning, but you never said goodbye." That's how I knew something was wrong. Now, let that sink in. She didn't buy anyone flowers. She didn't perform miracles. She didn't make grand gestures. She just noticed people. She respected them. She was kind. And that kindness, that consistency, that quiet habit, saved her life. You see, in a world where people want to be seen, to be applauded, to be validated, we forget that what truly matters isn't always flashy. Sometimes greatness is silent. Sometimes love is in the little things. Sometimes your survival isn't in your strength, but in the seeds you sow when no one is watching. Galatians 6:9 says, "Let us not grow weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up." That young woman was sowing goodness every day, not in big ways, but in consistent ways, and in her time of trouble, her harvest came.